Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? How are you spending these weird times? I'm really curious. Tell me down in comments, how are you? But let's get back to this video. Today we will continue with editing portraits more professionally. So if you haven't seen the first part of this series, definitely go and check it out. I will leave a link here and also down in the description of this video. But now let's continue with frequency separation. This technique is really great for refining skin tones. It basically divides your image into two layers. First layer contains texture and the second layer contains skin tones. Now let's go to the Photoshop and let me show you what I mean. We will start where we left off recently. We just removed all unwanted spots and defects from the skin. One pro tip here, always keep your layers organized. Keep your original image in one layer in case you want to get back to it in some point, and then for each new operation, create new layer. So for the frequency separation, I will start with creating two duplicates of this layer with cleaned out skin. For better project organization, I will put these two files in one group and I will name this group frequency separation. Then I will also name these two layers. This top one will be named texture and this second one will be named skin tones. First of all, we will disable this texture layer because we want to see what will be happening to this skin tones layer. In these next steps we will be extensively using Gaussian blur, so I will highly recommend you to create a keyboard shortcut to this effect. You can go to Edit and select Keyboard Shortcuts. Here you need to find Gaussian blur under the Filter and Blur category. You can use whatever keyboard shortcut you can come up with. I, for example, use Ctrl, Option, Command plus G. Okay, now that you have your keyboard shortcut set up, select Skin Tones layer and apply Gaussian blur. The only thing you can and have to change here is the radius. It will really depend on your photo and it might be a little bit different each time. But the idea here is that you have to drag the slider up to the point where the skin will be blurred out and really smooth. However, you don't want to blur the image to the point where you cannot see those bigger details like eyes and nose, for example. For my photo, I'm really happy with 8. Now we can go back to the texture layer. We need to select and enable the texture layer. Then go up to the Image tab and hit Apply Image. In this little window, we want to tell Photoshop on which layer we want to apply currently selected image. In our case, the texture layer. This way we will have texture and skin tones in two separate layers, which is really great because we can then manipulate them separately. So in this layer option, select Skin Tones layer. Then we need to change the blending mode to subtract, and you will probably see something like this. Gray image with some kind of outlines of your subject. If this is not what you see, make sure you have the opacity at 100%, scale at 2 and offset at 128. Now to get rid of this grayness, change the blending mode of this layer to linear light. Well, now we see the original image basically. However, we can separately manipulate texture and also skin tones. In this last step, we are going to use Gaussian blur again. So select the lasso tool and zoom into your image a little bit. Now with the lasso tool, select a small area of the skin and apply Gaussian blur to this selection. Once again, we will be adjusting the radius until we are happy with the skin tones in this selection. For this particular selection, I'm pretty happy with 24. You can also double check it by turning off and on the preview. Then you will select another part of the skin, apply the Gaussian blur, and repeat this process until you are happy with the skin tones. And as I've mentioned in my previous video, you need to focus on the whole skin and not just the face. So this is the image before frequency separation, and this is after. So that's it for today, and in my next video I will show you how you can even out the skin color. We have just treated the skin tones, but there are also some differences in skin color which needs to be treated before we can color grade our image. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, leave me a comment down below, tell me what you think, tell me what you would like to see in my next videos. Also, subscribe to my channel if you are new here, and I will see you in my next video. Peace!